What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sistas fans, hope everyone is doing well. We're talking about the Sabrina Calvin segment of last night's episode and whether or not Calvin is truly done with Sabrina. Now, based on the trailer for the season, we know that's not the case because they'll eventually see each other in the bank. Sabrina is going to be grabbed by Calvin and then he's going to get decked in the face by Jacoby. So before moving forward, please take a moment to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Okay, with this particular subject, I have to say, Calvin said everything myself as well as plenty of other fans have been stating for quite a while about Sabrina. My only real issue per se, because I actually rewatched the scene before recording this video, is we know that Sabrina was telling Jacoby, look, you need to leave. Look, well, I like you. So she goes to the door and opens it. And at first I thought it was because Calvin was knocking, but he actually had his fist up ready to knock on the door. It just so happened that when Sabrina was kicking Jacoby out, Calvin was right there. Now, my only issue, well, the real issue, is Calvin barging up in there, telling Jacoby to leave like he owns the place. And then Sabrina was pleading, is like, please, I'll see you at work tomorrow. Please go, basically to avoid a fight. And kind of like Karen, when Zach and Aaron fought in her place, she ain't want none of her shit broke. And I don't blame her. So Jacoby ends up leaving, but not before kind of, shoving Calvin with his shoulder. Now, Calvin tells Sabrina to sit down, basically sit down, shut up, listen to what I got to say, and you tell me the truth. Again, I completely understand everything Calvin was saying. He was speaking facts. He was speaking truth. He was speaking for the audience. So I'm not mad at him at that. I just don't like the setup for this scene because of the fact that why the hell did he bother going back to the apartment? I mean, like, why was he kind of surprised Jacoby was still there? I mean, he was at the place knocking. Sabrina opened the door. Jacoby was naked by the refrigerator. Sabrina had the look of shame on her face. So it's like, why go back? I get it. You left because you were upset and mad. You go all the way back to your apartment with Maurice. And then you go back. I mean, this should have been spread out over a couple episodes before, Calvin and Sabrina meet again. So I get it. He's like, I don't want to call you. I want to cut you off, call you. Don't text me. Don't want to talk to you. But every time I think about that, I get hurt. So I want you to tell me everything that's wrong with me. Trust and believe. I've wanted to ask that question to many girls who have rejected me in the past, but my better knowledge is like, maybe it's a good thing they never told me. But that was before my YouTube days and making money now. So, haha, in your faces. So, in any case, it's one of those situations where Sabrina's like, it's not you, it's me. It's like, no, you don't get to say that me shit. I'm like, tell her, Calvin. But pretty much to kind of break down the scene, he pretty much calls her out for always being swayed by what other people have to say, which is kind of strange how, and I can understand his pain in this scene. Basically, he's saying, you're always swayed this way or that way based off what somebody else says, but you don't believe me. It's like you believe all these other crazy rumors, but you never believe me. And I heard you were doing crystal meth. Wait, what? Yeah, I heard that somebody saw you said you were doing meth, and that's why Maurice had me pee in the cup. So to be completely honest, there's a difference between letting rumors sway you versus doing underhanded shit that makes you question everything. And it's like, if I were Calvin, look, Sabrina fine as hell, but if I were Calvin dealing with somebody like that, I completely understand if he just leaves and never comes back, because of the fact that Sabrina has proven to be more willing to believe everybody else except for him. So it's like anytime they would have a problem in a relationship, let's say they got together long term, anytime there was an issue, she would go run to one of the girls, mainly Danny, or she would run to Maurice, and then they would do some research. They would hear this, they would say that, and then Sabrina would believe it, and she would go through all these crazy antics instead of talking to Calvin like an adult and hearing him out. So it's like, yeah, from the nasty messages, from the rumors and everything, I'm done. So he leaves, which makes me think, so what was the point of you coming by? What was the point of you telling Jacoby to leave if you spoke your piece, you heard out Sabrina, and then decided you were done? So again, while this was a good Calvin moment in regards to everything he said, the setup in which it happened felt really forced. Like he had no right to barge in there and tell Jacoby to get out. So that's just my opinion. But let's be real here. He's speaking from a place of hurt, but him and Sabrina might try to get back together again. But to be completely honest, I think Calvin could do better than Sabrina, because looks are one thing, personality are another. And I don't think Sabrina is the right person for Calvin. And I know some people are like, oh yeah, Calvin wants a man. No. None of that crap. I'm speaking specifically as he's a person who deserves anyone who actually pays attention to what he says, believes him, as opposed to allowing rumors to dictate how they would act around him or with him in a relationship. So in my personal opinion, Sabrina, she deserves to be alone. I mean, just the way, I'm not saying Jacoby's my favorite character or anything, but hell, at the beginning of the episode when Calvin had left, she immediately decided to kick him out. I'm like, what the hell, Sabrina? What the hell? So Sabrina, just, my favorite part is when Calvin was like, you need to pick, no, you need to put your big girl panties on and tell me what's going on. I'm like, tell her. But again, the setup wasn't the best. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Calvin and Sabrina are done? Do you think Maurice might try to intervene again? Who knows? But thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.